All right, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your first ever $1,000 online. This is for, this can be for anybody. You don't need to have previous experience. You don't have to have made any money online before. You don't have to have, delivered a single project. This is literally for people with zero experience if you just want to make a quick $1,000 online. This is going to be a raw video. It's going to be super valuable, but it's going to be raw. There's not going to be any crazy edits or crazy animations. So if that's what it takes to hold your attention, I'd like you to leave the video. Go watch some memes, go watch some TikToks. This video is not for you if you can't sit down for 10, 15, 20 minutes and just consume information, right? That's going to be the difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people. If you can't sit and watch a video for 15, 20 minutes and actually learn something, then you need to leave. You need to go watch TikTok with the children, okay? But if you want to actually learn how to make your first $1,000 online and you're willing to sit here for 15, 20 minutes and listen to me give you advice on how to do this, then you will make $1,000 very quickly, easily within the next 14 days if you do exactly what I say. If you just watch this and then do nothing, you're not going to make that money. What you need to do is watch this video entirely until the end and then actually implement everything that I've told you. Get onto it right away, because the sooner you get started, the sooner you're going to get traction and the sooner you're going to make money, okay? So that's it. This is going to be super in-depth, super valuable, so let's just get right into it. What we're going to do is we're going to contact businesses that have bad websites and bad social media, and we're going to sell them websites and social media design. And we're not going to do any of the work ourselves because we're going to find other people to do it for us. We're going to get paid up front. We're going to pay somebody else to do all the work. You just sit back and chill. You pocket the difference. If you get paid 1,000, you pay some guy 200, whatever it is. That's all you need, okay? So we're going to get right into it. And this is going to cost you almost nothing to do this. This is the stuff that I did when I was living in Ireland, right here. And I was in university. I was 19 years old. I lived here. And I had no money at all. I was working in a pizzeria. I was making pizzas and frying chips and making burgers, and I was getting paid minimum wage. I made, I think, $50 a week. It was nothing. I made absolutely zero money. And I needed cash, and this is exactly what I did. I went into Google Maps, and I started contacting businesses near me, right? So I contacted businesses in my city. But let's say you're living in America, for example, and you are living in Washington, D.C. This is a random one that I'm picking. You're living in Washington, right? So now we want to start looking up businesses in Washington, D.C. that have bad websites or bad social media, and then we're going to contact them. So let's just type in restaurants in Washington. Okay, so they got a lot of reviews. So let's actually just scroll until we hit the lower guys, because the guys with less reviews they're not gonna have fantastic websites. This guy, okay, let's see his website. Yeah, this website already sucks. It's shit. So here's one that you could contact. Let's go for this guy, BJ's Restaurant and Brew House. Their website doesn't even work. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, literally, these businesses are sitting here with 1,869 reviews on Google, and their website doesn't even work. Imagine how much business they're losing just because they don't have a website that works and accepts orders and payments. This is dumb, like absolutely crazy. And it doesn't even need to be restaurants. It can be gyms. Anytime Fitness, okay. Let's see. Is that I think that might be a chain actually. That might be a bit difficult. You have to look for a local gym. Let's go like DMV Iron Gym. Maybe that's not a chain. Their website's okay. It's not crazy. Could be optimized. But anyway, what we want to do is we want to go through each one of these businesses, and you can think of any niche at all. The ones that I targeted were restaurants, cafes, gyms, and jewelry stores. Jewelry store was the one that I went with first, and what I did for them was I didn't change their website. I just created them a social media. So I came in, like I found them literally just by doing this, typing in jewelry stores, and I went through each one in my city, and I started cold calling them. I started looking through all their social medias, and almost all of them had really bad socials. And one of them that was in the middle of the city, meaning that they were paying a lot of rent to be in that exact location in a really busy area. They had zero socials, didn't have Facebook, didn't have Instagram. So I literally called them up. I was like, "You don't have Facebook? I'll set it up for you. Do you want to have a meeting?" And then what I did was I set the meeting and I went in and I closed them right there and then for it was only $800, but like I said before, I was making $50 a week, and I closed them for $800. And this is exactly what I did. I literally went through each jewelry store one by one and started, looking up their sites, looking up their Facebooks, their socials. So this website looks pretty good. So let's see their IG. Their IG's dead, 824 followers. What I did was I ran giveaways on their socials for like $3,000 to $5,000 worth of jewelry, and that blew up their Facebook page and their Instagram page to like 8,000 to 10,000 likes within 2 weeks. And that's what I did exactly for that jewelry store. So you can do the same. And this is the more manual version. I'm going to show you a much easier way to do it, a much more automated way. But you can literally do this today, right? Call them up and set the meeting. Say, your website sucks, I'll do it for you. Or you can say, I've already made you a website, would you like me to send it to you? And then you can go find a template and you can make it yourself, or you can pay some freelancer to do it for you. And you'll just go into them and just pitch them on the site. Be like, hey, look, or you don't even need to go in locally. This could be like a local business. You could walk in, or you could just ring them up and set a phone meeting or a Zoom meeting and close them that way. But I guarantee you, like these people, like these jewelry stores, for example, they live and die by their social media. Like if they don't have a social media that's popping, then they're losing out on so much money, because the amount of eyes that we got on that jewelry store's page was absolutely insane. Every single Facebook post had like 400-500 likes and like 50 to 100 comments from women tagging their husbands saying, I want this, or tagging their friends like, oh my god, look at this ring or this jewelry or whatever. And that store picked up a ton of revenue by doing this, absolutely tons, just by posting basic shit on socials. So take the phone number that you find, ring them up. You'll probably get onto someone who's just on the team, who's not the owner, and you're just going to ask for like the manager or the owner or whoever's in charge. And if they ask you what it's for, just say, yeah, I have a question about the social media. I'd like to direct it to a manager. And the manager's going to get on, and you're going to basically say, look, I was looking on your social media, your following isn't so big. I have several ways that I can grow this following and get you more customers through Instagram or through Facebook. Would you be open to having a meeting this week about it? They're probably going to say yes. Like they got nothing to lose. Like you just said, you're going to make them more money. They want more money, and they're not going to do, like, they can either do nothing or take the meeting and possibly make a lot of money. So it's a no-brainer for them. Okay. So you can do that. You can call them up off the rip. You can do this today, watching this video. You can, after finishing this video, you can do this right now today. Okay, like you can literally pick up your phone and call this business and be like, hey, I'm gonna do this for you. The second thing you want to do is you want to set up some cold email campaigns, and this is not going to be expensive, right? You can do this for cheap. Get a subscription to Apollo or a free trial or whatever it is that they've got, and you're going to start doing this. So you want to do location. Let's say you're in the United States. But again, this works anywhere. You don't need to be in America. You don't need to be calling up American businesses. You can just be calling up you can be calling up English businesses or fucking French businesses or whatever it is that you're from. By the way, for this strategy, don't type in a country. You got to type in the city. So let's say Washington, D.C. going to pop up. Okay, Washington, District of Columbia. Okay, so there's 397,000 people. Then you want to type in job titles, so owner, founder, and even then with 3,000, that's enough. That's enough leads to be calling, but we need to put it in our industry, so CEO. Then let's say industry, we want to go okay, so we can go for fucking anything here. Let's see. Trying to find restaurants. Or real estate could also be good as well. Restaurants. Owner, founder, CEO. You also want to go manager for restaurants. So you go, 1.1 thousand people. Insane. You can get their phone number from this site, and you can also access their email. So you get the email, it's verifying it, bam, sarah@shillingcanning.com. So you can email them one by one if you want, right? But that can take a lot of time, and so we like to automate things. So what we do is you save this list, you make sure that your email status is set to verified, okay? And you want to make sure like 500 emails should be plenty. You don't really need any more than that. And then you simply just select them all, select the page, and then you can export them. Export select directories to CSV. Then you compile that into one big spreadsheet, and then you come over to this tool called smartlead.ai. This is the best cold email tool you can get. 14-day free trial. We're trying to make $1,000 in 14 days. Free trial, there you go. And you simply upload the CSV to here, okay? So let me just download the CSV right quick. Where is the fucking, here we go. Export verified emails. Okay. Then we're gonna upload the thing. You know what? I'm just gonna do a random one because I don't think it downloaded properly. So save. And then I'm just gonna skip to the sequences because this is all shit you can just figure out by learning the software. I don't need to teach you it. But sequences, what we're gonna do is the subject line is always gonna be RE quick question. Always, like this just works. Like quick question, it gets the best open rate. That's what it is. So, hey, then you want to click insert variables, first name. So it's going to automatically populate their first name from that spreadsheet. Then I would write something like, let me think. So do you need help on your social media for? And then I would go here, variables, company name. So it's, do you need help growing your audience on social media for John's Restaurant or whatever the fuck the company name is, right? Then you can put in what's called a one-line case study here. Now, you're not going to have that right now because you don't have previous case studies. You've never done anything before. But it's going to make sense when we get to the next step, which is, actually finding somebody to do the work for you. So I'll actually cut to that step right now because it'll make more sense. We're going to go to sites like Upwork.com or Fiverr.com, and we're going to find a freelancer who has made social media content or who has made websites, whichever one you want to pitch, and we're going to ask them for permission to use their portfolio and their case studies in order to show, potential clients their work. So as long as they say yes, and as long as you pay that person to do the work for you, then it's totally ethical for you to tell these people that you have done that work, because if they sign with you, the person who did get those results is going to be doing the work anyway. So it's totally ethical to do it like this. So we got X results for X company in X time frame. So it could be like, we grew John's Cafe from 300 followers to 7,000 in 30 days using our local social media growth services. Would you be open to a 15-minute chat this week or next? So you can do, my name is Shaw. I'm based in Washington, DC. I grew John's Cafe from 300 followers to 7,000 in 30 days using our local social media growth services. Would you be open to a 15-minute chat this week or next? So this is a super simple cold email. You can overcomplicate it a lot, but for what we're doing right now, this is all you need to get a couple leads to eventually make you $1,000 in a couple weeks. Okay, so you're going to do 4 emails in total, and they're all going to be very similar to this. Just say the same thing but in a different way. Ask a similar question, word it slightly differently. You can word this differently. It's basically just going to be the same email 4 times just to follow up. Spread the emails out 4 or 5 days. So if they don't reply to the first email, then you'll set up the sequence to send a email in the next 4 or 5 days. So you hit next step, email, and then you write it here, wait for 5 days. And if somebody responds to the first one, the whole sequence is going to stop. They're not going to keep getting emails. It's going to stop automatically. Okay. So you basically just set up every single email, similar to the first one, and you hit save and next, and you send. So you're going to have 500, however many leads you loaded up, 500 leads getting contacted over the next month or two. Well, it's going to be over the next month because it's 5 days, so it's 4 weeks total. And you're going to be getting replies, okay? So whilst that's going out, then you're also going to be contacting all of these businesses and all the businesses that are in your emails. You're going to be contacting them on the phone. So you're going to have a certain amount of credits here. Like, you're only going to be able to get, X amount of phone numbers in a couple of weeks. But what you can do is simply just take the name of this and just type it in here. For example, see locations. Okay, Wagshalls Market, Delhi Large Gourmet Market. Okay, I'm not sure which one it is, but let's say it's this one. And look, they have their phone number. So you don't even need the phone number from here. You can just go straight to there and get the phone number and try and go through that channel to get on the phone with a manager or an owner. So then in order to actually deliver the service, you're going to go to a site called Upwork.com. And you're going to post a job. So short-term project. I recommend using Upwork over Fiverr because the quality of work is going to be a little bit better. Fiverr, you're going to have way cheaper stuff, and you can find quality on Fiverr, I'm not going to lie. But the quality on Upwork is going to be significantly better, and you're going to get more. You're going to have better portfolios that you can show off, and better results, and your clients are going to be happier with what you give them. But if you go Fiverr, you're going to be dealing with Indians and Pakistanis. Like, it's going to be a little bit annoying because it's just the nature of the beast. If you pay for cheaper talent, you're not going to get better results or better experience. So just type in website designer for, let's say you're going to do a restaurant needed. Web design, next skills. Like this is all very self-explanatory, right? So web design, graphic design, Photoshop, WordPress. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can use, just tick up all these. Small, less than 1 month. Looking for intermediate. No. Location is going to be global. So we're always going to do worldwide so we can get some nice cheap talent that's going to fit into our budgets. And then we'll just do it at a fixed price. We're not ready to set a budget. Then just describe what you need. Hey, we are we're a restaurant that's looking for a web designer to make us a thing. Just, if you sign a client, let's say a restaurant or a gym or whatever, then you just go on here and you just type in as if you are the client. Like, hey, we're a restaurant based in Washington, D.C. We're looking to redo our site, blah, blah, blah. Send us examples of your portfolio and examples, how much it would cost, how fast you would do it. And then just pick the best one that you find. Let it run for a couple days once you post a job. Let it run, and you're going to find people that are really good. Here's a little tip. Let's say you write your entire job description. Then at the very end of the description, put this. So say include the word blue at the top of your application so I know you pay attention. And then what that means is whenever you have all of your applications and you're scrolling through them to see who you should review first, only the ones that say the word blue are the ones you should really look at, because they're the ones who actually read the entire job description down at the bottom, and they weren't just copy and pasting their cover letter to jobs and just applying for millions of them. They actually were paying attention and read the entire job description. So I always do this, and it always filters out bad candidates because you know who's actually applying for it, and it's not some automation or it's not some bot or whatever. Bots can't detect this. So tell them to include the word blue and at the top of their application, and they're going to do it. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to sell them, get the money up front, website, charge them $500 to $1,000, $1,500, whatever it is. Tell them it's going to take 30 days or 45 days to do. Then that gives you enough time to find a freelancer to actually come in and do the work. So if it's web design or social media content, it's the same thing. Find a freelancer to do all of it for you. And what I also did with that jewelry store is I had a friend who had a camera, and I just said, hey bro, I'll give you £50 to come down with me in one afternoon, and we'll just go take a bunch of videos and a bunch of photos. And we went down, we did all that. Then I had some editing skills. I used a free editing software, and I put together a little promo video for their socials. My friend edited all the photos together. We were posting them on Facebook. We ran that competition. And that was an easy way for me to get photography done as a service, because I paid him £50, and he came down with me. And that was that. I didn't need to do really any of the work. I just scheduled up the social media posts. So I got other people to do the work for me, and I was able to leverage their equipment, their skills, and I didn't have to do really a thing. So that's the concept here. We get businesses to pay us up front, and we pay other people to do the work for us. That's how you're going to get your first $1,000 online in 14 days. Now trust me, if you sit and you make these phone calls every single day, I guarantee you will get calls booked and you will get closes, okay? The people that aren't going to make this work are the people that just couldn't be bothered. They're not going to make the phone calls. They're not going to do the outreach. They're not going to DM people on IG. They're not going to DM leads on Facebook. You have to be relentless. If you want to make $1,000, if you need $1,000 in your bank account in the next 2 weeks, this is the only way you can do it that's not going to cost you any money. This literally costs you $0. There's free trials for this software. There's free trials for this software. You can post jobs here for free. You can call these numbers for free. This is all free and free information. Like, if you want the money, it's there for the taking, right? All you have to do is ring these people up and actually set the meetings and close them. You will get paid upfront, and then you pay other people to do the work, and you didn't have to do a thing. You didn't have to do a thing. And then you're building your portfolio, and eventually, before you know it, you got a bunch of clients that are paying you for design services, and all you're doing is collecting the money. Okay, now you might be thinking, how can you get paid? You can get paid in any way at all. You can ask for Zelle, you can ask for Venmo, you can send them a Stripe link if you want to go through the hassle of signing up for Stripe. You can ask them to just do a regular bank transfer. It doesn't matter. Any way you can take money, take it. Checks, cash, crypto, whatever way it is. Just say, yep, we just do, if they say, okay, how do you take payment? Just say, yep, we just do a regular bank transfer or a Zelle. Don't act like you, don't never say, oh, well, how would you like to? Just say, yeah, I normally just take a Zelle transfer. Just act as if it's another day. Act as if it's not your first deal, your first gig. Just say, yeah, I normally just take payments through Zelle. Does that work for you? No, it doesn't work. Okay, what methods do you have of payment? Yeah, we can do a credit card. We can do bank transfer. Yep, bank transfer works for me just fine. I'll give you my details right now. And then you give them your details. They send the money. You get to work. You find a freelancer to do the work, and you deliver it. You tell them it's going to take 30 to 45 days. You find someone who's going to get it done in a week or two, and then you deliver the project early and impress the client. You under promise and over deliver, and that's how you're going to get really happy clients. You get them to do a testimonial. You get them to leave you a nice review. You build your own website, and then you start reaching out to other businesses. And there you go. That's how this thing snowballs. It goes from your first $1,000 online within 2 weeks, and now you could be making 5K a month, 6K a month, 10K a month, just selling websites to people, selling social media services to people. It's the most basic thing. I recommend starting off in your home city, and then expanding from there. I did this in my own city, which only has like a population of 300,000 or 400,000 people. It's not that much, and I was able to get deals. And that's in a country where people are super skeptical about cold callers, cold emailers. Like, people in my country don't spend money. In America, for example, they love to spend money. You call up any business and they can't wait to give you money. You know, like, it's just their culture of business in America. You have to spend money to make money. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire video. If you like this, hit the subscribe button. If you want my one-on-one help to grow a marketing agency from 0 up to 10K a month, then click the first link in the description. It's not a free thing. It's quite expensive. So if you're willing to pay some money to have one-on-one help to expedite the process of actually learning how to make money online through a marketing agency, through a social media marketing agency, hit that link, book a call. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. So take it easy, guys. See you in the next one.